Hey everyone, sorry before I start. I just can't help but laugh because I knew before this whole initiative even started, or the minute, I shouldn't say before it started, not like I had ESP, but the minute they started rolling this out as part of the Liberal platform in 2015, where they're going to legalize marijuana, I knew immediately, oh, you mean the government is now looking to take over that industry? Yeah, we're talking about the government here, folks. It's not like these people ever seek to give you freedom. That's not what these people do, based on their very job description of wanting to be your ruler or control you. I know, they try to say they represent you, but you know that's a farce. You know that's a lie. They want to tell you what to do. They want to control your social and economic life. That's what most people that go into politics have at their core and as their agenda. Otherwise, they wouldn't go into that particular occupation. Because, as we see today, that's what the job description entails. Passing a never-ending series of laws, rules, regulations, restrictions, or barriers to your social or economic endeavors. Not like you need government to gain freedom and liberty. That comes by natural extension of not having political masters or rulers. The minute there's government, there's people looking to rule over you. Like I say, it's right in the description of the word. At best, you end up with something like the U.S. Constitution, where your rulers at least acknowledge and put in writing the restrictions and limitations in the areas where they have the right to do so. But once again, if you're the one who wrote the rules or the ones who get to interpret them, that's still subjective and open to interpretation. But yeah, when I heard about the Liberals bringing in legalization, I knew, yeah, good luck trying to destroy the free, or as they call it, the black market in this country. It's not going to work out because the incentive structure will prevent them from doing so. The incentive of big government hacks or crony corporations is to try to monopolize the industry or force people to use your services. The free market doesn't have to do anything other than provide a good, reliable source of their product at a reasonable price and of good quality. That's it. Which is why, like I've said many times in the past, the free market isn't going anywhere. Headline of the Financial Post: there's just no money coming in. Cannabis sector bracing for wave of insolvencies in 2020. Oversupply, declining prices, and a slow rollout of stores in Ontario has led to consecutive quarters of weak revenue for many licensed producers. Meanwhile, Matt in apartment 6B, like I said in another prior video to this one, he's still doing great. He's making money hand over fist. And with his low overhead, along with minimal packaging, he's doing it in a much more environmentally friendly manner. This is being reported by Van Mala Subramaniam, December 31st, 2019. Cannabis industry insiders are bracing for a slew of bankruptcies in the coming year as small and medium-sized companies low on cash struggle to raise funds in the downtrodden sector. We've had a busy few years, but next year we're going to be busy for a different reason. We expect a few $1 million in legal fees from insolvencies and consolidation, said Ranjiv Dillian, partner at McCarthy Titral LLP and the firm's cannabis group lead. Dillian says his team is already seeing companies that are headed down that path. Companies that cannot distinguish their brands and don't have the money to keep up operations on existing facilities will not be able to carry forward, he told the Financial Post in an interview. The only kind of money you can raise right now, if at all, is debt. There are currently more than 200 cannabis companies either in the cultivation, processing, or extraction businesses, primarily supplying a domestic market that has yet to cross the $1 billion mark in annual sales. Although cannabis sales have been increasing on a monthly basis since legalization in October 2018, inventory has been growing much more quickly, resulting in oversupply and declining prices. Anyways, folks, I'm not going to waste too much more time reading this article, but once again, it's just, hey, big government, they fail at everything they do. That old expression, I forget who to attribute to, but basically, if you put government in charge of the desert, there'd be a shortage in sand in no time. Once again, it always comes back to incentive. And since government is a representation of monopoly of force or violence, and they use that as their means to an end, well, sometimes you can be successful using force and violence or threats thereof as your means to an end. But when you're talking about economics or the market offering a product of service at a reasonable price and of high quality, is a much, much more successful strategy. Which is why, once again, I'm not worried about the black or free market going anywhere anytime soon. And based on this reporting, there's a whole lot of other very disappointed Canadians who's starting to learn that for themselves. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.